sir. So, good afternoon, sir. We would like you to welcome you to Marktalks, an initiative started by the Shahid Bhagat Singh College, University of Delhi. I am Sir Shasov, and along with me, I have Avril Bhaduria, and we will be serving you as a host for today's enlightening session.
Now,
Great to be here.
yes, sir. So
And
I'll now be introducing the speaker of the session, Mr. Vinayak Gautam, a dynamic marketing professional and entrepreneur, is recognized for his exceptional journey in the industry. Starting at the age of 16 by selling science projects, he transitioned from a potential medical career to become a pioneering Amazon seller, achieving remarkable success with sales soaring to 5 billion INR in just 6 months. Yes, people, just 6 months. A graduate of Amritsar, Sir's diverse career includes a transformative Google internship and a pivotal role at Thomas Cook India Limited. Balancing outbound and digital marketing, he seamlessly integrates his passion for simplifying finance with his marketing expertise, offering viewers a unique perspective and invaluable insights from his enriching journey.
Greetings, sir.
thanks for the introduction, Avril.
Yeah, we're delighted to have you here, sir, and we're looking forward to an exciting conversation with you. So, without wasting much time, let's start with the interview. So, first of all, sir, we got to know that you were very good in biology and were even offered a medical seat, but you gave up that to go for a career in entrepreneurship instead. So, what was the reasoning behind it? Was it solely out of passion, or was there any hidden force on which you would like to shed some light?
So I was, as you said, really great. I was the topper in my plus two class for biology. So I
Yeah.
thought that medical is the stream where I should, focus at once. I worked hard and went through the various entrance exam. There used to be multiple exam at my time. Now it's only one PMT exam. So I cracked entrance for VMMC. It's a medical institute in New Delhi, Safdarjung. And I went for the counseling, signed up the documents, and signed up for the attendance. And then they have asked me to wait, so I can submit my documents later on. At that moment, I just realized, okay, I'm doing a long term commitment, because when you enter into medical field, it's like 5 years of MBBS, then vigorous education and practice and everything. Then it's not just about 5 years; it's a long term commitment. And at that moment, I just thought that whether I wanted to be this, no doubt I have prepared from last 2 3 years for that exam, but whether I was going to give my next 10 years for this profession, yes or no. And at that moment I thought, no, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to build something of my own, on which I'm working till now also. So I decided, okay, uh, let's skip this and try something new. So therefore, I dropped out from that counseling session and joined Sri Venkateswara College, Delhi University, where I pursued my graduation. And during the second year of my graduation, I started my own startup, which went on a really good scale. So it was just a moment of decision that whether I wanted to pursue it or not.
Yes, sir. I really agree with you on the long-term commitment part, actually, sir.
Hmm.
So life gives us tough choices sometimes, but we actually have to take the steps, sir. So,
Yes.
so coming to the teenage years, sir. So you were only 19 when you launched your first business, sir.
Mhm.
That I think it, in itself it is a very huge inspiration for most of the teenagers today, sir. So what the problem is that we are full of ideas. Our creativity is on the top, but sir, when it comes to the execution of the same, there is
Mhm.
laxity. So, sir, can you spread light on what was your mindset at that time and how did you take the first step?
So I think majority of people take a step back while entering into entrepreneurship is because they have liabilities. When I say liabilities, they have responsibilities, they have family responsibilities, they have personal responsibilities, they have financial commitments, which take them a step back, which lets them take a step back. But it's not that difficult if you plan accordingly. At that time, I think I didn't have any liability. I was just a student going to college and just tried it as a side hustle, and it went really well. So I think you guys should try, anyone who is in the age of, let's say, 16 to 21. It's a very sweet age. You do not need to earn money to feed a family. You do not have any financial commitment until unless you buy an iPhone on EMI. So if you try something as a side hustle, and if it feels like this is something you wanted to do it. Let's say it's a photography, you like taking pictures and just post it. You like creating videos, just create it and post it. If you like to buy or sell, trade anything, you have to just do it. You have to give at least one or two trials, and by doing it multiple times, you get you know perfect in that. So whatever your idea is, you have to just try it once. Just go out in the market, try it once. It's yes or no. It's the market who will decide whether it is going to be fruitful or not. So don't let your judgment or your peers should guide you that, okay, if you are thinking A is equals to B is right or wrong, don't let them prove it. Just go to market, try it. If it is not viable, you will know from the market. If it is viable, you will also know. So just go and try it out.
So, sir, can you give some of your college experience and how they were impacted because of your entrepreneurial venture?
Great. So I used to sell products in my college days also, even in my MBA. So I'll give you an incident. So in my graduation, I don't know if at your time do they have that agreement, or it was a notary agreement where you have to sign that no one will do ragging, or it's a ragging certificate.
Affidavit,
Affidavit.
anti-ragging
Yeah,
affidavit.
affidavit. At that my time also there was an affidavit, and it used to cost around 130 rupees to get it from somewhere near East Delhi. So I used to live in East Delhi. So there is a court called 30,000 court near to my home. So I went there. I was free. I used to get that DTC pass. I can travel anywhere. So I went there. I discussed few things, and I realized that the cost price of that affidavit, which was selling in nearby to Sri Venkateswara College, is 130. And if you get it from the PCSRE court is 100 rupees. And if you somehow bargain with the guy who used to make these affidavits, you can get it at 70 rupees. So that's the sweet spot I got it. And trust me, I have made around my entire batch, I think 70 or 80 people got that affidavit from me for 100 rupees, because there was a premium 130 पे market में मिल रहा था. I was selling it for 100 rupees and I was getting it for 70. So you just need to identify what is the right thing and how you can execute it. It was convenient for them also and for me also. So you have to just try it. These are just experiences that you have to try.
Really glad to hear this, sir. Like it is very amusing for us also. So, sir, if I ask you that, sir, you identified an opportunity and you went for it.
Mhm.
So how important is actually going out and grabbing opportunities rather than waiting for them to come to you? So, what do you have to say about that?
So opportunities are always there. You just need to keep looking for it. So my usual discussions with my friends is whenever we go out is, bro, how much this street vendor will be earning, how much this business will be earning. So if you have that kind of a mindset, I think you will start realizing that every aspect, every transaction, everything that is going around you is is a kind of an opportunity for you. You just need to figure it out that what suits your skill set and how much interested you are in doing that. Whether you wanted to do something in education, whether you wanted to do something as an trader, you wanted to do something as a content creator, it depends all upon you that what intrigues you the most and what is available around you. So what.
Okay, sir. So, you mentioned that in entrepreneurship, sir, you have to be someone that catches opportunities.
Mhm.
So that was really inspiring. But if I ask you that recently there has been a term that has been very popular, so that
Mhm.
is Jugaadu mindset. So
Mhm.
have you applied that anyway in your entrepreneurship journey? And so can you give a easy recent
Yes.
example
So
of so?
I'll give you a right example. So in year 2012 or 13, Amazon was launched, Amazon India operations launched, Flipkart
Yeah.
was getting into marketplace, and I used to sell products on eBay India. So eBay is no more. I got someone acquired it in India, but eBay used to sell. So the process was, once, let's say, Sajal buys mouse a, a mouse from me, and Sajal stays in New Delhi, let's say, uh, South X. I live in East Delhi. So Sajal has bought a mouse from me, and I have to ship a product to him. So the standard procedure is, someone buys a product, you need to enter a docket number. Docket number is a serial number of tracking. So if you ship a courier by Blue Dart or India Post, they will get a serial number to track where the shipment is, and you have to deliver it. So that shipment was costing around 70 rupees or 80 rupees, I do remember at that time. But the hack I did with that is, whenever I get a order in New Delhi, uh, I was free at that college time. I will take the bus. I will go to that person's location and I will deliver it. So let's say if on an order of 500 rupees, I used to save 100 rupees, just because I skipped that tracking part and booking it through courier. There is an additional 50 rupees of benefit I was getting. So it might sound a little, but on a profit of 100 rupees, it is an add-on 50% revenue that you have just added for yourself. And at that time I was free. I had plenty of time. I was just converting my time. And so when you interact with that person also, now you will get a positive feedback also for your rating of for your product, and you will get a higher chance of selling that more. So you can say it was a jugaad. Otherwise, I could have gone to the right path. If there is always a right path, there is always a part to skip it. And I think the part to skip it is the jugaad that I did. So, so yeah, I think I don't know how many sellers who trade on these platforms know that this is possible, that you can deliver it at yourself and save a fees on courier charges. Also, I did one more thing. At that time I didn't used to buy a product. So how this e-commerce industry works is, so let's say you wanted to sell peanuts. So there are 10 variety of peanuts, A, B, C, D. So these 10 variety of peanuts are called SKUs. These are unique count of products. So
Yeah.
the one way the majority of how seller works is, you buy that inventory, keep it yourself, and then sell it to send it to the customer. At my time, what I used to do is, I started figuring out merchants in Nehru Place market, IT market, in Karol Bagh market, which are ready to tell me what is their inventory. So let's say there is a Sony headphone XYZ. I will not buy that product, but I know if I sell that product, I have a merchant in Karol Bagh sitting at this place. He have 5 pieces, and I will need only one. So virtually, I was totally a satellite model. I used to just build a relation. He will know that, okay, this guy is someone who is trading or he's selling whatever. I don't care. But whenever he comes, he buys these many products. So I will shortlist their offline SKUs, listed on Amazon or eBay and Flipkart, and sell it. So I never bought at that time, till the operations was very less. I never bought an inventory. I was only selling it online and buying it on demand. So that was,
Yeah.
you can say, it was sort of.
Basically, it was a zero inventory model and a form of drop shipping you were doing where you were buying on demand where
Yes, yes, yes. It is not possible right
exactly.
now because now the market is pretty much mature. At that time, there wasn't much of an maturity in the market when uh,
Yeah.
people were very reluctant in using their credit card, debit cards. It was way back in 2012, 13. There isn't much penetration of credit card, debit card at that time. So yes, there wasn't any kind of a cash on delivery orders at that time also. So when I launched in 2000, I started with Shopclues, eBay. There wasn't any model called cash on delivery. You have to pay it upfront, and if there is any issue, then it will be reverted back to your credit card only. There wasn't any model like cash on delivery.
So clearly, sir, we were talking about the skill sets. So what skill sets do you think college students should harbor now to succeed in current times?
So first thing is, you need to pick up a language, whether Hindi, English, Marathi, Bengali, whatever. You have to just know in or out of it. because it is a way of communication. If you are not good in communication, you will lag in multiple aspects. So if you speak Hindi, you should be fluent. You should be able to communicate pretty well. If you're proficient in English, great. Even if you are proficient in French, there are a lot of opportunities lying there. Once you have grabbed a language, now second part comes up with storytelling. Whatever product or whatever services you buy, there is a story behind it. So why you wanted to buy a iPhone, or why you wanted to buy a OnePlus, there is a story behind any product. So you should know what story you are going to tell to the market, so they should buy your product. And then comes the negotiation skills. You should know what is the right price, how market should value it, and at what price you should be able to buy it or sell it, or at what cost you should be able to create it. So when buying and selling comes, it's part of a trading. When manufacturing comes, it's a totally different ballgame. So you should know in or out what you are trying to do and scale it up. And apart from all these things, you just need to be passionate about what you are going to do it. So that's not a skill, but it's a attitude kind of a thing, that how you are going to learn all these language, negotiation skills, and everything.
Clearly, sir. So, talking about your skill sets and your forte, you expertise in marketing, but we know that you have done an executive certification in data analytics from IIM Ahmedabad, as well as currency and equity derivative certification from NISM. So, the question which comes to my mind is that how have these skills and these courses added value to you as a marketer, and how you use them in devising strategies and designing the growth and expansion plan of an enterprise.
My majors, you can say my majority of subjects in IM was in marketing. So I do know how product works, what is the placement, what should be the communication. But eventually I got placed in a company, Thomas Cook, where I was into a role of a financial expert. Not financial expert, you can say. I was marketing their financial product. So I was taking care of their forex part. So whenever someone travels abroad, they need to buy a forex card or need to buy a cash currency. If you're bought a uh, package to Dubai, you will need a currency for Dubai, and either it will be in a card or in a cash. So I was into finance industry, but marketing a financial product. Later upon in my life, right now also, I am in a bank, but I am marketing their financial products. So whether it's a FD, whether it's a loan, or whether it's any kind of an account, savings account, current account, these are financial products, and these products needs to be marketed. So some of them was part of compliance, and some of them was peer fully my interest, like data analytics. I did data analytics because there is a huge scope. Currently, the organizations do not pay focus on how data should be visualized and how it should be used for taking management decisions. So there is sales, there is uh, customer service. Each touch point with a product or services sales, there are multiple data points that are collected, and you need to analyze to take a better decision into in your day-to-day business operations. So this is why I joined the IIM Ahmedabad data analytics course, and they have paved a really well path for my journey in this uh, marketing a financial product. And if even if anyone who is in between of 16 to 25 is looking for new dimensions where what should be studied, I think data analytics is one thing that you should really focus upon, because at current pace, technologies like open chat gpt, open AI, these things are coming up, and they work solely and solely on the model of statistics and how data should be analyzed for driving a particular decision. So I think data is the next big thing. Anyone who's looking for new horizons is someone should check out how data works and how data modeling works.
Okay, sir. So that's a very unique perspective, sir. So according to you, sir, data is the need of the hour, and it has contributed to your marketing journey, sir. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
So
understand, sir. So if I had to ask that, so obviously, sir, I'm Ahmedabad is a dream college for most of the people, sir, and you really experienced that. So I appreciate it, sir. But if I had to ask that, how does data contribute to you as a marketer, sir, specifically?
So uh, marketing is not about printing posters and hoardings and TV ads. Now the marketing has totally changed. It's more about how many eyeballs you can catch on a digital world. Most of the people are viewing content or consuming anything, any kind of services on their mobile phones or laptops, and there where the digital marketing parts comes in. And when it's about digital marketing, you need to know uh, where you should place your product, how and where it should be published, and how you can draw the right kind of an audience that will buy or get services from you. So let's say you are uh, Tata and manufacturing a car called Nexon. So yes, someone will visit a car in showroom, but first of all, he will either come online, he will watch a video, he will read blogs, he will read reviews. But in that reviews, in that video, can you place some USPs that are not being highlighted? Can you curate the content in a way that, okay, the target audience is being addressed? Or let's say uh, someone is willing to buy a Maruti Suzuki car, but can you with your content, or can you with your advertising, push that kind of an audience to buy a Tata Nexon car? So this is all where the marketing part comes in. You wanted to upsell your product, you wanted to switch customer from other brand to your brand. This is where the marketing part comes in. What is your product, how it should be placed, what should be the pricing, how it should be the audience should perceive it. This is all comes to the marketing part. Now to track this, you need to standardize on the numbers. So how many times your content has been watched, like how many views it got. If it has got 100 views, how many people has actually clicked in, and how many people has clicked in and left a lead or executed a transaction with you. These are all numbers, and by analyzing these numbers in marketing only, you can improvise your marketing campaign. So let's say I have created two videos. On one video I have got 1,000 views, but five customers have converted. But on the second video which I have created, there are 50 views, but five customers have converted. So I will, zero. I will remove the first video because its performance is not good, and I will double up on the second video because its performance is really high. So these numbers in marketing help you to take a better and informed decision rather than just doing a carpet bombing. So yes, numbers help in marketing also.
All right, sir. That totally explains it, sir. Sir, following you up on the part where you said that most of the people are content consumers right now. So, like the problem with us, the teenagers, is that most of us are content consumers, and no one, literally no one, looks at content creation. So, sir, do you think a shift is required, and how can we actually become content creators rather than content consumers?
So this will remain always be skewed. There will be
Hmm,
only 2 or 5% people who will
hmm,
create content,
hmm.
and there will be 95% of audience who will consume. And it happens in real life also. Someone who creates or manufactures cake will always be richer than someone who consumes a cake. So it's just a way how the world works. There is a consumer, there is a creator. I think that balance has to be required. And for creativity, it really not just about content creating. If you are creating anything, if you create handicrafts, if you create FMCG goods, it will remain that way. And that is required also because not everyone can be a creator. Some has to be consumer to this economy has to work, that someone has to create and someone has to consume. I think if you really wanted to build up something and scale up in your life and join an entrepreneurship journey, there has to be some kind of a creation part. Now, if this creation can be in any form, or it has to be a value addition. When I say value addition means uh, uh, you have bought few ingredients, you have mixed it and created a final product. So that is the value addition that you have created from the raw thing. That is always required, whether it is in any stream, whether it is a product or it is a service. So, but market will remain skewed. Skewed. People will create less, and consumers will always be more. But the flip side can always happen. If you wanted to build something, you should choose a creation journey, not the consumer one.
Okay, sir. So talking about content creation, we are seeing that a lot of industry professionals who are executives at a very high level, they are switching careers and getting into personal branding. So what is the exact impact of personal branding on someone's corporate or industrial career?
Yeah, that is really important in this current world. No, so personal branding helps you to market yourself. In the end,
Yes, yes.
if you are going to a newer company, you are selling yourself, you are selling your skills, you are selling your experience, and personal branding helps you to showcase that what skill sets you have, what network you have, what you can drive, what how it can help a newer company, what how you have dealt in your past if any decision has to be made for a profitability of business, how you have taken an action. These things are really important, and within, I believe, within next 5 to 10 years, it is going to be really important how your personal brand is marketed on any of these social media platform, whether it is YouTube, whether it is LinkedIn, whether it is Instagram. How you present yourself, how your personal brand is consumed or accepted by the audience. That is really really important, not just for someone who belongs to a corporate setup, but also someone who is into a freelancing setup, or someone who is setting up his own venture. There are many people who have created a business around their personal brand. So if you go to LinkedIn, there are many people who have built a multi-million dollar business just because they have some kind of a skill set, and they are just branding it, marketing it really well. They are showing what they can do it, and how on a freelancing setup also they have you know delivered value to that to the customers. So in next 5 years, I believe it is required for everyone, whether someone is in college or someone is just joined the corporate journey, to build up their personal brand. Just for a fun fact, I would like to tell that in IIMs, when you join the college, it is mandatory to build up a LinkedIn profile. If you don't have it, you have to build the LinkedIn profile. If you have it, you have to optimize it well so that it suits to the requirement of the institute, that okay, this person belongs to an IIM and not just some random guy who just have created a LinkedIn profile. And in corporate world, LinkedIn profile has a really well value. If you create content on LinkedIn, some your future employer might come down and visit your performance or how you work, and you can get an opportunity from LinkedIn also, that your next employer could be your consumer also, your content consumer also.
So coming to LinkedIn, what I've observed is there are two types of creators. One are students who are who have just gotten the exposure of the industries, and the second type of content creators are industry professionals. So do you think students who do not have a lot of knowledge on a particular topic, should they also be posting and talking about critical points?
So you do not need to always talk about critical points. You can always document. So think any of the platform as a journal or a place to document things. So let's say
Okay.
Sajal is a student of BCom or BBA honors. Sajal has studied that today in financial accounting, this is a model, and Sajal thinks that this model should be, created well. Or Sajal have realized that this financial model is studied in a different way in Japan. So Sajal has just compared what are the pros of this model, what are the cons of this model, and you have documented and published it online. Now there might, the audience will be very less, but someone will read it. There are very less chances that you will get a zero view. Okay? But if you keep constantly posting that content around your current knowledge, or what you have studied today, or what you have read it in the newspaper, what you have, even if let's say you have watched 100 reels today, and out of 100 reels you realize that 90% of those reels were waste of time. So you went to the LinkedIn, you realize that okay, I during today at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I scrolled 100 reels, I skipped my studies, and I realized that 90% of my time is wasted. So why are these content creators are creating such videos? You have just documented it. Now these are your thoughts. These are not just critical thoughts. These are just your thoughts. And this, this entire world, there are 8 billion people, and Sajal's view is unique. That just has been documented. So you need not to write any kind of a critical thing. Even if you are a student, you just need to document what you feel like. That is not something. You have created a value the moment you have taken birth in this planet, and next 70 to 80 years, you are going to add the value. And that value is going to be unique. There is no second person as Vinayak Gautam. There is no second person as Aviral Singh. We are unique people. So if whatever we do is going to be unique. Now the only thing comes about how much unique that audience, how much unique our thoughts and views are. Anyone who is online will always have a opposite views. They will either have a extreme agree views or extreme opposite views. Okay, these are the two views which get the highest views or eyeballs. If you're in the middle, you will survive, but you will not scale up the thing. So if you know the bell curve, if you have studied the
Normal distribution.
normal distribution, the outlier cases are always extreme. So there is only 1% of the audience who are billionaire. There are 90% there. You have to be in the outlier cases. Then only you can. I believe that is just my perception. You have to be outlier cases. Then you can succeed in
Yeah.
whatever you are doing. But if you are thinking content creation of a student versus a corporate, both of them have target audience, different target audience. Both of them have different concepts. Both of them have different learning. The first thing is you should start documenting it the moment you realize ki, okay, I have to do something. Even if you don't want to start a you know Instagram channel or a YouTube channel, just document your daily college life, and trust me, within next 6 months you will see really good traction.
Okay. So, sir, you have given me a lot of inspiration and ideas for my next LinkedIn articles, and
Yes.
I'll not forget to mention in my post. So,
I realize it is not that difficult. So in last year, I tried these three platforms. So I have a million views on LinkedIn. I have a million views on YouTube. I have a million views on Instagram. So this is not a difficult task. I sometimes I think I should start it full fledged, but there are some other personal commitments also. But I realize that if you do it in a right way, getting a millions of views are not that big at present time. Maybe it was a difficult 5 years or 10 years back. Now, if you start, there is a large of audience, and you only need I have read somewhere there is some creator who said to be a millionaire, all you need is 1,000 paying customers, and if they pay you well, you are a millionaire already. So I don't know how that maths works right now, but it's all. And this world is full of 8 billion people. All you need is 1,000 or 2,000 paying customers to to let you make you rich.
Amazing insight, sir. Also, sir, I had a follow-up question that I've observed that once people start content creation, so
Mhm.
sir, there is a part in the journey that they're getting kicks that I need to get more likes, I need to get more comments, I need more people to come on my channel and watch my video. So, sir, what about these kicks, sir? How do I keep a control on my brain that yeah, content creation is a part of my life, but does it give me those dopamine hits? So, what do we do about that, sir?
Yeah, it is a part of life. So let's say today you are earning 1 lakh rupees per month. You will not. So I do remember in MBA we used a study called hedonic treadmill, if I'm right. So or in economics you might have studied the law of marginal returns. So it says if you eat one ice cream, you will get a euphoria. If you moment you eat two ice cream, the euphoria gets half. The moment you eat five ice creams, the euphoria again gets half. So that's the human tendency, and that is what have built this our generation to be productive and create more and more value. So no matter what you do, so think of it from the point of Elon Musk. He's the richest person on this earth, and do you think he has a less money and he will stop working? Okay, now 200 billions is enough for me, I won't stop. So nobody can escape this. If you wanted to live this life and you wanted to build a productive life, you cannot I believe you can, no one can escape this matrix. The moment you will hit 1,000 comments or 2,000 comments, your your next target is automatically going to be 5,000 or 6,000. I do remember when I started, I thought that okay, in college I was getting 3,000 rupees pocket money. If I will get 6,000 rupees from my business, that is enough. 6,000, 10,000, 50,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh. Now it's a never ending process. The moment I think, okay, I have this much of cash in my account, I should retire. Then I think, oh, I need to buy a car. I need to buy a home. If I buy a 3 BHK, I will get a, oh, my friend has bought a 7 BHK. Oh, he has bought a villa. Oh, he is going to a Europe trip. That will never end. So no matter in what industry you are, what kind of a setup you are, there will always be this. And I believe this is required also, because the moment your dopamine starts to dip, it is the point where you start to work more to get the higher dopamine. Now it might be bad for someone who is consuming your part. So let's say I get a dopamine hit by eating one gulab jamun, but I will eat two gulab jamun because I want the same dopamine hit. It might be bad if I am on the consumer side, but it is good for a creator. If okay, your customer is paying you for one gulab jamun, and if he gets a dopamine hit after two, I will create two, I will charge him for two, I will create three for the charging for three. So that's good when you are on the creating side, but it's bad when you are on the so this is just my theory. I don't know how right it is, but this is how it works.
Sorry, Gulab Jamun, wala, that explained, that justified your whole answer, sir. Thank you so
Yes.
much. So, sir, coming to your work experiences now, sir. Sir, you have worked at an academy as a senior manager for growth, sir. So, I'm sure you have run a lot of campaigns. You focus on a lot of metrics, sir. So, can you tell us one strategy or one thing that you implemented while being there that was totally out of the box, but it turned out to be better than you actually imagined, sir?
Mm. So actually, I was taking care of a product called Ask a Doubt. So it's a product where you take a picture of a question, and the software will go in the backend in, and it will search a video solution for that question that you have asked from CAT exam or from a CLAT exam, whatever exam you are preparing for. Now the problem was that it was the algorithm, and we wanted to solve the problem. So it might be a possibility you have asked a plus b is equals to 3 proof, and the algorithm may show up x plus y is equals to 5 proof. It's an algorithm problem. And we used to get a feedback, and feedback was you know uh, documented on a software. I do not remember the software right now. We used to get tickets and calls and everything. So it was all segregated, and we were not able to find out what should be done. So what we have created is, we have created filters on the basis of issues which we are getting. So there could be an issue that uh, algorithm has showing up a wrong answer, algorithm is showing up a similar answer, or algorithm is not showing up a nothing answer. So we have what I sat with the team, with the customer support team. We have fragmented out what kind of a issue which we were getting, what is the frequency of which we are getting, and then we have zeroed in with that feedback to the product team. So what happened, we were able to realize that in a particular subject, let's say in IIT JEE physics, our issue for this kind of an error was high. If we used to just keep on solving one by one issue, we will never be able to solve it. But what after doing this segregation and filtering out, we have realized that the issue was pretty much high in IIT JEE physics. Now, why it was high in IIT JEE physics? We realized that there was few statements, or there were few logs and other kind of a figures which were not read perfectly by the algorithm. So for you, me, I can read log x to the power y to the x, but the algorithm was not mature to read that log key x to the power y. It was reading it as a L O G, and it was not reading the power and everything. So it was a reading problem, and this is why it was showing up a wrong issue. The team solved it, but we realized, okay, if you come up as a team and start, you know, thinking level by level go deeper, you can solve a difficult problem to us. Now, for let me tell you the scale. We were getting around 7 lakh. We had around a repository of 7 lakh questions, and think of it from a perspective that every day 6,000 users were using it, and we were getting 500 to 700 tickets. So it's a huge number for a team of 4 to 5 support agents to take care and segregate it. And we went down and segregated the data of past 3 months, and how it has solved the problem for our almost 30,000 students which were using that product for that particular course. So yes, it went really well. I think as a team, if you come and start solving step by step things, you can get great results.
Okay, sir. So seeing an academy is a relatively new startup and they are doing quite well. So in a startup, how important is teamwork? As you said that you had to work with a small team to solve such a big problem. So what is the significance of teamwork in such scenarios?
And it
And
is
how teamwork can be more efficient in its working?
so whether team is a small or a big, it's always about the communication. Mostly when the corporate setups comes in, people start to do uh, email. So email is a way to document things and conversations. But most of times, what it happens is people mail and leave the responsibility to the someone else, and things goes mail by mail by mail by mail. So if you come to a corporate sector, I have experience. So most of the times it happens in a large corporates that uh, the problem statement which can be solved over a call is going on a conversation. So I believe the best thing that a team can do is to come up on a call or come up on a one to face meeting, solve the issues, and get the things rolling. Once you get into bureaucracy, it gets really difficult for teams to work upon and share their collective ideas and thoughts. The best, whether it's a team is of 5 or 20 or 200, the way you communicate, the medium which you communicate, and the clarity of thoughts that you guys should have in a team is more important than anything. Rest, everything can be managed. Skill set comes and go, people come will and go, but the communication part and the how you treat your peers is more important in the team setup.
Yes, sir. Even we have studied in our curriculum how important communication is and what are the drawbacks which are caused due to red tapering.
So,
Now,
have you
coming
heard of
to the
Chinese
yeah,
whisper? Chinese whisper?
Chinese is for yeah the game which we used to play in
It's
the
good.
school.
It's kind of that thing only. If you go into corporate, if the team is really large and things goes from 1% to 2%, the moment if it started to the point it has gone, it is totally different thing. So this is why now communication is really important. And I don't know whether you guys have realized it's pretty much common if you listen the gossips, how gossip starts. So it is similar to that in corporate world also, that the product was to bring a new feature, but it has ended up with a version change. There are so many things that happen. Communication is really important.
Exactly, sir. Also, communication has also like two aspects. One is a formal communication which you are having with your authorities. The other one is the informal communication which you are having with the subordinates and your colleagues. So, sir, have you ever had a very interesting experience when it comes to informal communication in while working in corporates?
Nothing much, but mostly it happens. But if you're I have worked with companies that have a younger colleagues and one which have a bit the peers are around you are in late 40s or something. So the communication, the conversations part change when your peers are of your age and when your peers are older to you. So nothing much has happened, but yes, the thing changes the discussion. So one moment when the peers are of your age, you might be discussing, okay, the Netflix movie has released and I will be watching this weekend this movie. And when your peers are older your age, you might be discussing, okay, which school has to, which are the 5 best schools where your kids should go. So the conversations are totally poles apart. Nothing much has happened that I do remember as of now.
Okay. So coming to the current shift towards the digitalization of every aspect of trade, cryptocurrencies have amassed a lot of popularities amongst teenagers and young audience. Seeing that trend, RBI has also launched its own digital currency called Central Bank Digital Currency. And it works upon a similar framework like other currencies. So right now you're associated with IndusInd Bank and are working as a product marketer. Now, you have first-hand worked upon the launch of CBDC. So there are a few questions which comes to our mind. First of all, sir, can you briefly explain what CBDC exactly is to our viewers?
So it's in an easy understanding. Let's say you are carrying a purse, a wallet, where you have five 2 rupee notes, five 10 rupee notes, and so. These are physical currency. So the moment I give a 100 rupee note to Sajal, it has changed hand. It has happened in front of your eyes, my eyes. Only the people who knows have done the transaction are aware of it. There is no track of this. So the moment it has in your hands, it's your money. If you give it back to me, it's my money. So physical currency is how it works. Now with CBDC, you will get an app. That app will keep a track of all these kind of a notes in a digital way. So it's just like your digital wallet, where you will keep whatever cash is in your wallet. It will be in your digital wallet. And if I wanted to give 100 rupee note to Sajal, I will swipe and give to a 100 rupee note. Now in that app, there will be a transaction that 100 rupee note of so and so serial number has been handed over, yeah, has been transacted to Vinayak, to Sajal, and Sajal to Aviral, Aviral to Mehul, or XYZ people uh, in the system. But on the on the cash part, it you cannot track. The moment I give the cash to you, it belongs to you. If even if say I say Sajal, okay, keep this 100 rupee note with you, I will take it back after 1 hour. So if tomorrow income tax rate comes in and they ask you where this money came from, even if you say that it is Vinayak's money, I will say that it's Vinayak's money. But if in on a digital wallet, if I have given you the money, it has a track, and you can say it this money, this particular money or this particular note has transferred to you. So it's totally different from UPI. UPI is transfer of money, whereas this is a transfer of currency in the digital notes.
So, sir, seeing your work targets MSMEs. So, what is the biggest hurdle do you think these enterprises face when it comes to adoption of either CBDC or any other form of digital payment?
So till date, CBDC has not yet penetrated well. Uh, RBI is working on the interoperability of CBDC with UPI. As of now, the major channel for transaction is UPI because it is more convenient. People have adopted it. We are not sure how much this CBDC will be adopted by the audience. It is in pretty nascent stage. So to comment that what hurdles they are facing is really less. But what I can tell you, in within next 5 years, you won't be carrying any kind of physical currency with you, because that would not be required. As of now, till date also, I think the transaction which we do from the cash has already reduced. There is no need for someone to carry out a physical wallet as of now. But in the next 5 years, it will be totally removed from your daily life.
So you explained such a complex topic in such an easy manner, sir. Thank you so much for that, sir. With that, we'll end the interview for today. Thank you so much, sir, for this insightful interview. We'd like to express a gratitude towards you for making time for this Mark Talk session. I hope our viewers will enjoy it as much as we did. It was really amazing. It was really fun to learn from someone who has first-hand experience in the industry. Thank you again, sir.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much, sir.